Take me through a mission from briefing to step-by-step to implementation and to the exit. Like what happens?
To the exit.
Yeah, like from starting till the exit. Like give me step-by-step.
Okay, I'll tell you about one mission, but the person is already dead, if it's okay. All right, and it was like in the beginning. All right. So after working in the department for maybe like 6 months we had this new criminal gang, which was quite powerful in the city, but again, they were not that big because again, there were like a lot of big is like, I wouldn't call it right now in Russian because people wouldn't understand anyway, but there were like some big criminal gangs and then there were like under, it's like an umbrella under, there would be like some smaller.
Gangs.
So that was small gang, which supposed to bring us to the big one, which where in the end was Vladimir. So when we started our observation, our mission, I found out that this young, quite handsome man, he loved to go to clubs, like, disco clubs. And he would always get a table and surround himself with a lot of women. Beautiful. But then what we noticed after some time, some of these women would be disappeared. So we kind of like, we didn't have any evidences yet, but we could suggest that these women, these young girls, I'm talking about like 18, 20 years old, so not like really women, they would probably be kidnapped for eventual like sales abroad. Because again, like Russian, Slovakian looking women are the most expensive women for sex trafficking. Why? Because of the look. Like in model agencies, it was at some point the boom for Russian models. Tall, blue eyes, blonde hair, just beautiful, beautiful girls. So these girls would be kind of like disappeared because we would have reports from parents like, oh, our daughter went to the club and she never came back. And every time this guy would literally have like every evening different girls, like 5, 4, like maybe more around him. And it always would be him and girls and just like some security guys, like driver and security, and like also criminals, but like low level. So I actually did like it at some point because I started to go to the club every evening, which was kind of cool because it was my job. So you see, like sometimes when you watch these movies, sometimes it does a little bit of work like that because the club was really, popular. It was number one. Of course, you couldn't be able to get in unless you know someone. And I remember I was spotting what these girls would wear, and then the next day I would go to the market and buy the same tights. And I remember there were like particular tights because it's all about the look, right? So if you want to seduce your target or you want him to like you, you should adopt those looks and manners and behavior like his ideal like image. So the next club evening, like club night, I was dressed up. At the same time, one of my colleagues was also there. So he was like at the bar. And I, of course, if you want to get attention, you should dance. I wouldn't say I'm a good dancer as any Indian women because I love Indian dances and I'm not that good, but yet I did my best. And he did notice me. So that was our plan. He invited me to the table. I came to the table. I started to talk to him. Of course, I gave him a lot of attention. I was telling him funny stories, giggling, and all that. Because at that point, I needed him to choose me over other girls because, like, he had so many girls around him. So I had to be the best. And at some point, I sat down closer to him. So in this case, I could speak with him and I was whispering him some stuff to his ears, provoking him. And it did work. So that night, I went to him to his house. Of course, with the escort of other criminal like employees, like security and drivers. But I mean, it's sort of okay. So I actually, another skill I got, I learned how to do a massage. A really good massage. And you know that there's some spots on your body, some, points, especially in Chinese medicine, they use acupuncture. But some spots on your body where you can press, you can actually make anyone to fall asleep and relax, or you can make anyone to be aroused, right? So if you know like a way to press it, and you know what I'm talking about. So I told him, because at the same time, I needed to get some time more for my team to be able to come to the house. And besides, we also had some evidences, but not a lot, in order to arrest the whole team, criminal team. And I needed to buy some time. So I told him like, oh, darling, you look so tired. Why don't I do massage for you? And the massage would take me like good 1 hour. And he was like he was planning that we will have intercourse after the massage. So I did specifically as I've been taught. And literally like in 40 minutes, he fell asleep, which actually gave me time to slowly and very like subtly go and open the door behind, so my team could walk in. And I also need to mention that in some parts of the team, they do cleaning job, meaning that they are the ones who are terminating the target. So that was all I needed to do. I opened the door, they came in, arrested some of the parts.
But without security wouldn't be there?
Security wasn't at the same room. We were in the bedroom, which is like a separate
but how did your team get into? From
the back door. And the security was from the main gate, which is more like dining area and outside. So that's why they went to the back door. But we did study the house. Where does he live? What does he do? Where does he go? And how many people? He wasn't there with so many people, usually like 2 men, 2 criminals. So yes.
That's how the mission was accomplished.